Back now with Jason Spartan. Adrenaline Rush is back training. Probably go a mile and 25 with him on Wednesday to see how he feels. Amor Diener is in Ohio and getting closer to the races. I was super happy with him. Then he had his training canceled midweek last week because of an ice storm in Northfield. But he'll be training. I suspect he trained good on Saturday. We'll go a good mile with him this week in Ohio. Baumhugger continues to look very, very good on the track in Northfield. I told Jason, no rush with her. She only has to be ready for the Sire Stakes, so I'd like to have her ready 2 weeks before. I'd like to have her qualified and ready to go 2 weeks now, maybe 3 weeks before, and 2 weeks before we qualify her twice. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how we do with Baumhugger. Captain Mike Dio looked fantastic the other night. Second lifetime start, 57-3, last half 56-3, last quarter 27-4. Can't ask for much more than that from this guy. Compass Rose DC now gone to the breeding shed to be bred to Enterprise as soon as possible. Confederate Cruiser training down well, getting close to the races. Garden State Dio didn't look as good. Going to make a few little changes. Shock and inject the left hind ankle. Put a set of razor pads on her up front, and we'll see how she goes moving forward. I suspect she'll be a lot better. Globetrotting will come in next week and begin jogging back towards racing in 2022. Grace made a break, need the hobbles on. I didn't know they were going to try and train her in a set without hobbles until she came out on the track. Hobbles go on Grace when she trains around horses. But looked very strong and was flying at the end of it. Matt's MVP looks good in Ohio. Going to race him easy on Wednesday. That doesn't mean you can't win, but it does mean that you're not going to probably see him on the front or first over. I'd like to just race him easy, get a decent trip with him, and see what we can do with old Matt. Mama Knows Best looked fantastic the other day. Just jogged in her first debut in 2022 and looked very good doing it. My Jazz off to the breeding shed. She'll be bred to International Money ASAP. Of Tom getting closer to the races every week. No rush with her. I suspect their first starts will be in the Iron Maiden series in a month, so they have 3 weeks to get them qualified. By them, I mean 1, 2, skip a few. Of Tom, Procrastinator. All these horses are training good, getting ready for this series at Northfield. Purple Aura tied up. She's going to need a few more weeks before we can continue on with her. So her first start will likely be somewhere around the Sire Stakes. I don't think you're going to see Purple Aura race in the Hackett. Resolute Bay looks awesome on the track. Jason said he trained so good the other day at Mohawk. He's ready to school this week. So and Sue racing tonight. The weather looks good. It's supposed to pour rain, but the weather looks good so far. If it stays good, I'll go driver. If it doesn't, somebody else will. Slim Jimmy is likely headed to the Hackett if he continues on this trajectory. He's looked very good training down. Very happy with him. Stonebridge Dolce, probably going to school her. Might school her. If they got her trained up good Saturday, we might school her on Thursday. If not, it'll be the following Thursday. Stonebridge Simba, it will be schooling or qualifying this coming Friday at Mohawk. He looked great the other day, I'm told. Sweet on Pete is on track for the Hackett. Not in a rush with this filly. If she makes it there on her own, fine. If she has any hiccups along the way, then we'll happily miss the Hackett. But for right now, it looks like Sweet on Pete and Slim Jimmy are on track to get there. Twinbee Habanero, probably one of the biggest movers of the entire year. I was so impressed with the way this horse trained the other day. 2:12 in the jog cart, last half and 3, and he looked very good. Voyage of Ice and Fire's racing Tuesday. We do have an active offer to buy Voyage of Ice and Fire, so this may be it for him and us here in the very near future. Walk on the Moon will be qualifying Thursday at Mohawk or at Northfield Park. He trained good the other day, just an easy mile in 2:12, but I had trained him in 2:6 in the jog cart a week and a half before that. He's been ready to go for a couple of weeks now. White Tiger racing Monday. If he's a little flat, he'll be going to the field right after that start for at least a month. If he stays sharp and looks good and wins, then we'll make a game time decision after that. And yes, has returned to Northfield Park where he resides right now. Now, LD's Patrick was scratched off this list, but LD's Patrick is racing today at Saratoga. Regardless of how he does, he's coming back. We're probably going to, if he makes a break today, God forbid, then we'll qualify him Thursday at Northfield Park. If he's good today, he'll come back and we'll race him and 4 others at Miami Valley in the late closers that are coming up. And I suspect you're going to see LD's Patrick head to Yonkers right after that. So a lot of work in the future for Walk on the Moon. LD's Patrick potentially stay close My Mini Miracle. There was one more too. Oh, and no free lunch. So those 5. Anyway, that's Jason's Burn. All your videos are done. 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, everything. So impressed with the way everything's been going in 2022. The babies look great. The racehorses we purchased, been very fortunate with them. Good luck to everybody coming up this week in the races. Anybody that has any horses racing, good luck to you. And especially super interested and anxious to see Patrick the Piranha Saturday in the Open at Saturday in the Open in Toronto. So with that, I'll let you go. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you have a better one coming up. Hopefully we don't need an umbrella tonight, or going to need a driver for so and so. So with that, I will say goodbye. Have a great week. Take care.